Hello, all you hardcores out there. How are you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. Let me tell you things on here that everybody wants to say, but they don't, because they want access. Isn't that right, my God? Hey, the God. Oh my God. What a character he is, isn't he? Hey, Gareth A. Davis. What sort of man goes and buys an house on the same street as Eddie Hills? Oh, oh my God. Well, what's been happening in the sport of boxing and surrounding issues? Because I don't call some of these other shows that are going on boxing. I call it hogwash. Right. So Tommy Fumbles, aka Tommy Fury. I called it, didn't I, a couple of days ago on my channel. What did I say, boys and girls? Tommy's going to pull out. So my man in the dam were telling me, what happened? What happened? Old Tommy Fumbles pulled out, didn't he? Tommy Fumbles fills his nappy yet again. Oh, God. It's like taking candy off a baby, this job, isn't it? You don't need scripts with these characters, do you? They do it for you, don't they? They do it for you. So Tommy's pulled out. Where does that leave Darren Till? Well, if Tommy's pulled out because he thinks Darren Till's going to kick him, even though it's a boxing match, Tommy must surely stay on the show then, because he'll need another opponent. But he'll never live that down now, will he? So this is how I look at it. I don't think Tommy's threatened with money on offer. No. I think they're just trying to build it up into a bigger fight and get a bigger arena. I don't think it does a stadium, but I think it probably might do a bigger arena. They could maybe sell a 10,000 arena out. I don't know. Or haven't they sold any tickets? There's something not right, isn't it? January 18th. I don't know. Does Tommy want to eat his turkey and cranberry sauce sandwiches over Christmas? I don't know. I don't really care, to be honest, but the way I see it is this. Tommy's not a boxer, is he? Not a boxer. If he were a boxer, he'd be chasing an area belt, wouldn't he? Area, English, British, Commonwealth, and a European. Now, surely Tommy must be good enough to get an area or an English and Commonwealth. Surely. But there's no money on offer for them fights. These influencer fights and crossover fights, that's where the money is. And it's called, boys and girls, prize fighting. And at the end of it, you're going to get a prize. A bit like John Fury with his £100,000 bare knuckle fight with the Irish 1992 champion. Yeah, 100 grand fight. His words. It's in some newspaper. Interview with Wally Downs Jr., the son of Wally Downs, who played for Wimbledon. Yeah. So it is what it is, isn't it? So, John, can you remember the man's name? I can't remember the man's name. If you had a fight with somebody for 100 quid, you'd remember it, wouldn't you? I mean, if you had a fight with anybody for free, you'd remember it. You mind 100 bags. I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? Some people get carried away, don't they? It's a bit like Sam Jones and Big Joe Egan with their Fantasy Island stories, isn't it? Oh my God! Big Joe Egan Will Foundation on face covering spots and fake tan and roids, Joe. You know, when you take steroids, Joe, you're gonna go to gym, you know. And what you've got to do with the steroid, you've got to feed it clean food. You know, like tuna, turkey, chicken, boiled chicken, vegetables, salad. You've got to feed the steroids with clean food. You can't go eating loads of crap because you come out in spots. Woo! End up looking like Dr. Dot. You have to join them all up with a Sharpie pen. So it is what it is. So Darren Till's still going to fight on January the 18th. They're going to get him another opponent. But if Tommy's not happy with Darren Till, why don't they get another opponent for Tommy? Because he's not going to be able to live it down, is he? Hey? Do you know what I mean? He looked a bit tubby though, didn't it, other day, that presser, old Tommy Fumbles. But hey ho! Where are we? Billy Joe Saunders, he's saying he's willing to step in for Tommy to fight Darren Till. Billy Bunter, stay out the cake shop. All right, you won't be fighting anybody. Only thing you'll be fighting is weight loss. All right, Billy Joe. He loves to get on TalkSport, doesn't he, Billy Joe? 4 year out at ring in May. Billy Joe Saunders has made more comebacks than Frank Sinatra. Gareth A. Davis, the GAD. What does the A stand for? I don't know, but Gareth A. Davis and Carl Froch, the Cobra. You've got beef, haven't they? Intense beef. Well, this is how I look at it. I've got to side with Cobra on this one because Gareth A. Davis is away with fairies, aren't you, Gareth? You cringe. You cringe, mate. Absolute cringe. You remember when you said Derek Chisora's better now than he were in the first 2 fights before he fought Fury? Remember when you said that to Tyson Fury, Gareth? You're embarrassing, but the best thing about it is, you know you are. You. So, Froch versus Fake Paul, Jake Paul, whatever they want to call him. Will it happen? No, it won't happen. Cobra don't need dough, does he? It won't happen. He'd get put on button bum when he Jake Paul. So, it won't happen. People need to stop talking it up. Carl, stop calling Jake Paul out now, mate. It's, don't throw him a bone. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't sell yourself for a few quid. You don't need it. Why spoil your legacy? Even being in a fight like that and filling somebody in like that. Don't do it unless it's for charity. Don't do it. You've got a fantastic CV, 33-2. Well, there's about 71% KO ratio. 12 world title fights. Beat everybody in your career except one person, Andre Ward. And he won that rematch. So you've got nothing to prove. Nothing to prove whatsoever. Daniel Dubois versus Joe Parker. What do I think to that? I think people are getting carried away with this Joe Parker hype. Who's he beat? Who's he beat, Joe Parker? Old men. He beat a couple of old men in his last few fights. People are losing the marbles. He went life and death with Jack Massey. Life and death. So what's Dubois going to do to him? Button Moon. That's where he's going to send him, to Button Moon, to see Mr. Spoon. Derek Warchizora. He's not been in many wars, though, has he? He's in state of him. Of course he has. He's always in wars, isn't it? It's a war for him to get out of bed in the morning. Derek Warchizora against Otto the Wally, who's famous for about 5 years ago, cutting Fury's eye. That's his claim to fame. Since then, he's done no. He's famous for being Big Meech's sparring partner. February 8th. I'm not buying into that rubbish. Derek Chisora needs putting out to pasture. He needs saving from himself. Oh, Sam Jones. We've got some Sam Jones news in. We've got a bit of Sam Jones news in. Sam, well done on your operation to remove your tongue out George Warren's ringer. Well done, Sam. I'm proud of you, mate. Listen, speaking from experience, I've had various operations. It lasts from April 13 to now. Ear, wrist, stomach, twice, teeth. What was that for? What else have I done? There's something else done. I think I've had about six ops. It's all gone from me. Oh, I had something done with my toenail. I had an infection, fungus infection. I had all them. Put that infrared on, don't they? I don't know if you could call that an operation, but oh dear. Something else I've had as well. I've had it all done, kid. Oh, there you go. You know that. Scalp. Looks a bit better, doesn't it, than a bald head, doesn't it? You've got to look your best, haven't you, when you get older? When you're in your mid-50s, you've got to look your best. If anybody wants that done, it's £5 I can get it done 1,500 quid if you come and see me. You have to come here for it done though, and I'll have somebody come here and do it. Why give them £5 at Manchester when you can pay 1,500? You know what I mean? All you do is get one of them three-pronged bull things, whatever they're called. Have you seen them out on the news? I'll be red every morning. There you go. So I've had it done. There's a few of my pals about it done around here. If you need it done, come and see your Uncle Big P. But don't be saying, how much is it? How much is it? It's a bit like people emailing me, innit? So, you know, who did your teeth? I want mine done. Listen, if you've got to ask, you can't afford it. So my opinion is this, just brush them. Just brush your teeth or swirl your mouth out with TCP. But it's like somebody will come to look at a Bentley that Asher's got next door. They say, oh, how much is the insurance on that? I'm thinking of buying it. If you've got to ask how much insurance is on a Bentley, you don't want to buy a Bentley. So we'll get a trade policy. It's cheaper. Right, Bricktop show. Oh, Bricktop. Bricktop's got a show, hasn't he? Tomorrow night, Saturday. 10 fights at Wembley Arena. 6 of them. Bang on. 6 bang on fights. The other 4 fights, just to bring kids on and that. It's a proper matched up show, so well done to Steve Furness, the matchmaker. But we all know that Bricktop signs off on everything, doesn't he? But it looks a good show. I'm just going to give you my picks. But like I say, it's not a bad show for UK at the moment because what they're serving up in the UK is pishing. Have you seen some of them Fight Zone shows? Like that Fight Zone show, I've just had a look at now on TalkSport. Fight Zone. Good move by Dennis to get Spencer Oliver involved as a commentator because they can get it on TalkSport. But when you've got 1,000 people watching and that's it, it's not. You know, I have more people watch my videos than that. So I don't know where Dennis is coming from with that, but the actual one I've just looked at now was absolutely garbage. Dennis, what's happened to you? Dennis, what has happened to you? Hey? I don't know if it's Dennis's show, but it's Dennis's channel, isn't it? Oh, the garbage. Pick of the bunch for me is Royston Barney Smith, 12-0. He's a class act. That's at Wembley tomorrow night. Saturday the 7th. Sean Noakes against Rennie, 2 undefeated guys. Giving it the big one for the English 147-pound title. Lawrence Okoli, heavyweight debut, coming in at nearly 19 clementines. Lawrence, you were a 14 stone 4 cruiserweight last year, or 18 months ago. You've gone up to Bridgeweight and won a world title. Now you've gone up to nearly 19 clem. So he'll be about 19 in ring on night after he's watered up. So I think that's a lot of £260. So it's a lot of weight, that isn't it? A lot of weight. Let's see how he does. He's up against a good kid. Good luck to Lawrence Okoli. I like him. People say that you wouldn't open your curtains to watch him. Bricktop used to say that, didn't he? But now he's got him on his show. Why is that? Could it be the fact that Turkey Al Sheikh has got Joe Gallagher running the Mike Tyson gym in Saudi, and Joe's got a bit of pull out there? Maybe. But didn't Bricktop say, and I quote, not so long ago, I forgot the one. Did Bricktop say not so long ago that he wouldn't open his curtains to watch Lawrence Okoli? Now you've got him on your show, Bricktop, in Wembley, at Wembley Arena. But then again, not so long ago, Bricktop was going on about the human rights in Saudi. And now he's working out there with Saudis. And not so long ago, he used to go on about Stabab. And he had MPs from his area asking questions in the House of Commons about StubHub. 2 years later after that, what did Bricktop do? They were working with StubHub. You see what I mean? These people. I'll be a mate on Monday. They don't want to be a mate Tuesday. And on Wednesday, they want to be a mate again. That's just boxing for you, isn't it? They'll sell their souls for that. You know, when you're going out your way to get your local MPs to ask questions in House of Commons about StubHub, and then 2 years later you're working with them. And like I've just said there with Saudi lot. And now he's working with Lawrence Okoli after saying he wouldn't open his curtains to watch him fight. His words. Bricktop's words. Pop, pop, bang. How you doing, old Dinted? Hussein Mohammed, that's who he's fighting. Lawrence Coley. Solomon Dakis against David Adelaide. I like David Adelaide. Spent a bit of time with him in Bulgaria. Spent a bit of time with him at Peter Fury's gym a few years ago, that was. He's a nice kid. I've seen him spar Yui. He's all right. He gets on well with my mate Bunny. David Adelaide, a good kid. I've got David Adelaide to flog Solomon Dakis. And I mean, flog him. It is what it is. Brad Pauls against Denzel Bentley. Oh, Solomon Dakis, David Adelaide's for English title, by the way, heavyweight title. Brad Pauls for British and European belt against Denzel Bentley, middleweight. That is a good fight. So, a good fight. So, I'm looking forward to that fight. And then we've got Sam Noakes on. We've got Sean Noakes on against Rennie for 147 English title. We've got Sam Noakes against Ryan Welsh for British and Commonwealth 135-pound title, lightweight. So, who have I got in that? That's a good fight. That's a good fight. Depends what Ryan Welsh turns up, but that's a good fight. So, like I said, it's I think it's an 8 out of 10. That show is an 8 out of 10. So, Bricktop, well done. Why couldn't you give us this last couple of years? Why are you doing it now? Probably because you've got a bit of Bunsen burner in the bank now, haven't you? Because you were on Skid Row a few years ago, weren't you? Before you was hanging out the back of Turkey. One piece out. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Booyaka. Oh, Amir Khan and Carl Froch beef in Dubai. They don't get on, do they, Carl and Amir? Don't know why, they just don't get on, but I've met them both. Obviously, I know Carl a bit better than Amir. Look, life's too short, Carl. Just go up to him and give him a big... You know, if I see Big John Fury, there's a Big John Fury, come here, come and give me a big hug. You know what I mean? I see Big Joey, he goes, Joe, come here, pop, pop, bang. Well, peace out.